Hello everybody, it's Carl here from Financial Freedom Academics. In this video I really want to show you how to sharpen your mindset to become rich and financial free very fast, because I can show you so many methods, but it's just a method. You need to sharpen your mind to find the opportunities you need to find and to make these opportunities, or to transform the opportunities into money, into financial freedom. And this is probably one of the most valuable thing I will ever show you. Those secrets here, or maybe you know them, but they are not obvious. So make sure to focus on the video, watch it till the end, and you will be amazed. I can promise that to you. Have fun. Rich people think big. Poor people think small. Do you ever walk into a store and spend a lot of time making sure you get the best deals? That's how a poor person thinks. I'm going to spend an extra hour in here so I can find a box of cereal that's cheaper than the other rest, and I save 30 cents on it. And that's what he's going to do for the rest of his life. What does a rich person think? Who cares? I'm not worried about this. I'm worried about cultivating my value. So an hour of my time can be worth at $10,000 instead of $3.48. Rich people focus on opportunities. Poor people focus on obstacles. This is how a poor person thinks. Well, I would start this business, but here's a lot of competition. It probably wouldn't work. A rich person would acknowledge the competition, but at the same time focus on, well, but is there any unique value I can bring into the market that's currently not there? Rich people admire other rich and successful people. Poor people resent rich and successful people. This is a huge one. I remember when I was little, a nice car would drive by and everyone would say something like, "Ooh, look at that douchebag. Look at that douchebag. I wonder how many babies he had killed to buy that car." And I never really felt that way. I thought, I'm happy that guy has a nice car. I'm going to grow up, and if I want a nice car myself. Instead of bitching about it, I'm going to pick up a book and learn how. And then this doesn't even have to do with money. Poor people have a broken life ideology in general, and not having money is just one of the manifestations of that. It's like when a skinny fat person walks into a gym and sees someone who's jacked into a great shape, and his first reaction is, "Who? Look at that douchebag. I wonder what kind of steroids he is on." And it's like, look dude, not everyone who's in a better shape than you are is on steroids. I know that's really hard to believe, but just try. And even the guys who are on steroids have 100 times better work ethic than you do have. Rich people are willing to promote themselves and their value. Poor people think negatively about selling and promoting. This is a crazy one. I remember I started selling used phones at the age of 30, and I was actually making quite a bit of money. And I think I was bragging to my dad once. He looked at me and he was basically like, "What are you so proud of? You're just selling stuff." Like there's actually a demeaning word for someone who sells stuff in my native language. And I just stood there thinking, that's so weird. So selling something to look down on. Making money is something to look down on. I mean, of course it's not important, but then look at what you do all day, and your entire day revolves around making money. You dedicate all your time to making something that apparently should be ashamed of making. And I look around and everyone is still like that. Oh, money is not important. It's like almost taboo to talk about it. Even my videos, they get the most negativity when it's about money. Yes, it's the one thing that people say their entire life for. It blows my mind. It's like talking to a teenager about sex who constantly gets uncomfortable. Yes, honey, sex is a very important and enjoyable part of my life. You don't have to be ashamed of it. Rich people choose to get paid based on results, and poor people choose to get paid based on time. I love this one. I love hearing I deserve $15 an hour. I deserve $20 an hour. Yeah, but that's not how the real world works at all. If I work on a business for a year straight right now, and I work 16 hours days every single day, and I finally deliver a product that isn't useful, no one's going to give a shit. Let me ask you, are you going to buy my product just because I put a year into it? Of course not. That's not how the system works. No one cares how much time you put into anything. The real question is, can you deliver real results and real value? Rich people manage their money well. Poor people mismanage their money well. You know, with the amount that poor people complain about their financial situation, you would think it would make sense to pick up a book and learn more about the very basics of money. But no, almost every poor person I know has no idea about even the very basics of managing money. They have no discipline with it, they wait for that paycheck and they have no idea what they are doing once they get it. And that's it. Instead of being jealous and constantly criticizing, picking up a book like The Richest Man in Babylon would be a great start. Rich people have their money work hard for them. Poor people work hard for their money. Again, going back to that thing of, I work hard, I deserve to be paid this much. Look at that guy, he doesn't even work as hard as I do. And he makes 100 times more than I do. And I'm like, that's the most normal thing. That is how the universe works. And if you walk into a gym right now and you see that bodybuilder who had just worked out for an hour doing exercises like squats and deadlifts, and then you went on the elliptical and did it for 5 hours, you can't complain about how you worked 5 times as hard as that guy and you're not seeing results. No one gives a shit. The universe doesn't give a shit about how hard you worked. That guy's going to gain muscle and you're not. Rich people constantly learn and grow. Poor people think they already know. This is one of the biggest obstacles right here. When I was poor, I said, I don't even know anything, I suck at this. I'm going to pick up a book and learn. But the problem is, most people who are poor also think they already know everything. And that's why they will always be poor. I grew up in a post-society country, and this was basically everyone around me. Some guy who read Tolstoy at some point and got 2 degrees and now he thinks he knows everything. I mean, of course he wouldn't listen to some lowly person who sells stuff. Come on, selling stuff. He read Tolstoy. He was a kid, guys. He's not going to go that low. Even though he does work as a manual laborer during the entire day so he can feed himself. But learning about money and how he's made? Come on. Please don't offend an intellectual like him like that. This is like the biggest black. He doesn't even know the most basic concept of paying himself first, but he thinks he's the big genius. That's got the whole system figured out.